Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we are going to do an very interesting comparison of two cameras. One is Nikon Df and another one recently announced is the Nikon Zf. Though despite of some fundamental differences of these two camera bodies, Nikon Df camera was announced way back in 2013, which is almost a decade ago, and I'm owning this camera from last about 6 years. And after that, Nikon released about one and a half year back a Nikon Zf, which is a crop sensor mirrorless camera. So I always felt that there would be a full frame camera coming in. So now is the time. The Zf is out, and I would say it is a true successor to the Nikon Df. Because I've been a Nikon Df user for quite some time, and I really love this camera so much because of the retro looks. I really like to use all the old D-type AI lenses which has got the aperture ring on it. So I really enjoy these camera for my personal travel. The moment the ZF was announced and I had my eyes on it. So first noticeable feature when I hold the ZF in my hands, I see the on-off switch. Turn the camera on and off with just one finger. Like when you see on the DF, it didn't have a bump over here, so it was not possible to turn it on or off. So every time you have to use your thumb and your index finger to turn it on. Yeah, it's turn on, then turn it off. Most of the DSLR cameras made by Nikon, on-off switch is just possible to operate with one finger. So I used to always wish, and that's the improvement on the ZF camera. Another one is the mode dial. Like when I use the ZF and I see changing mode is so easy, just with same thing, like just with your one finger from manual you can turn to different modes. That's a button over here. I'll shoot a close-up video so you'll get an idea. And similar way on the DF, it was not possible to change with one finger. Every time you had to pull it and turn it. So that was another thing which I used to not like on the DF, and yeah, it's there. Another one, the sub command dial, which is on the DF over here. It's, I would say, it is placed nice, but to change again it was little clumsy, but it was anyways of no use to me because I used to set the aperture on the ring on the lens, so that didn't bother me much. But when I take the ZF, it is exactly like your DSLR, and turning is much easier. So what I would say, like on the ZF camera, they have improved all the small features which were there on DF, but were not very practical in terms of using it every day. So that all is been improved on the ZF camera. And my most favorite feature on the ZF camera is you see a dedicated switch over here, black and white, color and video. I really like to shoot black and white photos when I travel. If I see a picture now on the ZF, I just, while looking in the viewfinder, I know the switch is here. I used to just turn it with my finger, black and white, color, or if I want to shoot a video. So it's so easy without looking at the camera while shooting from the viewfinder. You can just turn it and switch your mode or a shooting style. But on DF, it was not possible. I had to every time go in the picture control and change it from color to black and white. There was no video on DF, so there is no question about that. It was, I would say, a very bold move in 2013 when Nikon launched this camera, and they didn't have the video in that, and they said about it, it's a pure photography camera. That time the video market was picking up. People wanted a hybrid camera which had a video feature and sell it to the target audience, and I was one of them to have it. So And yeah, the ISO dials are exactly the same on the DF and the ZF, so there is no changes in that. So yeah, so you don't have to worry about it. And the best interesting feature on again is the flip screen. And another feature you see, once if most of the time when I am shooting pictures on street, I don't use the LCD screen. I just turn it like this, it's closed, and I just use the viewfinder, and when you close it, it looks more like your film camera. On the back of the LCD, it has got the leatherette finish. It looks really classic. It doesn't appeal the audience. It looks very small, very old, so people don't bother you much. I prefer the 40mm or the 2450 to go and shoot on the streets. The ZF camera is they have used the ENEL15C battery, which is there in most of the newer Nikon cameras. You can directly do USB charging. I would not talk about the specs more because you can just get it from the Nikon website. I'll just share the features which I found it very handy while using the DF and using the ZF, which is boon on the ZF. And the grip on the camera is, I really like the grip of the DF. You can just use it with one hand and it holds the hand properly. But on the ZF camera, what they have done is they have made it a bit slimmer, because I can feel it, the battery insert. I'll just show you. So this grip is made by small rig, and it comes as an additional accessory in the ZF box, so you don't have to buy an additional grip. And without the grip also, it looks much slimmer, much lighter, and it's really nice. So this the ENEL15C battery is placed this way. That's why the camera is a bit slimmer. On the DF, the battery is like that, so that's why you have the bump over here. And it takes two card slot. One is micro SD and one is SD. If you're traveling, if just one card is full, you have an additional backup, so you don't have to worry about your storage. Only one feature on the ZF I don't like is the play button. The play button is over here. If you see on the newer camera Z8, Z9, the play button is over here. I wish this button was over here. So using the similar camera Z8, 9, it's very easy to remember and adapt the buttons. So on this camera, I just don't like this one small feature. The play button is over here, but when you look at the DF, the button is over here. If I'm not wrong, on the Z6 II also the button is over here. So probably on the same layout they have carried it. Otherwise, I'm enjoying this camera. Really nice. This camera weighs about 50 grams lighter than the DF, so you have less weight to carry around. So, and been using it whole day, just hanging on my neck whole day. It doesn't bother me. If I had to carry a Z8 or a 24-120 or even a 24-70 f4, yeah, it would be a heavy camera for everyday walk around. For my personal work, no doubt the Z8, Z9 are the great cameras. They are good for commercial work. For my personal work, I prefer to have a smaller camera. So I have been enjoying this camera from last few weeks, and I thought I will just share, since I have first-hand experience of the DF and the ZF. So only beauty about the DF I like is the F mount. F mount is it's a legacy mount. It has got more lenses option. I still have few lenses. One more additional feature which was not there in DF, I wish it was there in the ZF also. These camera, if the ZF had a internal flash, I really love the internal pop-up flash. At times you want to have just a bit fill in, you're shooting in evening, you just want to fill in flash. So I miss a built-in flash in newer cameras. I was speaking to one of my friend and we had a conversation, like we both bought the ZF camera and we just had a similar thing, like there should be something to inspire you to pick up the camera and take a picture. It's a beautiful camera, so it inspires me to pick it up and shoot. Thank you friends, thank you for watching my channel, thank you for watching this video. Thank you, have a good day.